My wife
Rolling
wants to fuck
again.
Ryan Gosling.
Nah, okay. Well, that's what that we're keeping it within
We're
the
keeping
first and
it.
second. Yep, because it probably won't
Oh,
be
they heard
monetized.
that?
Yeah, we're rolling.
Oh, I was trying to get you. Anyway, she doesn't say that. We had an argument though over who's the more attractive Ryan, and I said Reynolds, and she said Gosling.
I'd say Gosling.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Over Reynolds?
yeah.
Interesting.
Something about his aura. I just like his aura more than Reynolds.
Really?
Yeah, because Reynolds
Okay.
to me plays the same character, and he's good at it. Like Kevin Hart, he plays that same
But
character.
here,
I think Gosling plays has a wider range of doing stuff.
here's the thing. I agree with everything you said, but that does not change the attractiveness of the person. Is Gosling more attractive than Reynolds?
I just said that.
And that's the question. But you based it on his acting ability.
No, it didn't.
I don't care about that. Yeah, you did.
No, it didn't.
Yeah, you did.
Nope. Go back and
You
listen to what
based
I
his
said.
attractiveness. I disagree. I said physical attractiveness, and you were like, he plays the same character. I don't care about the character. I'm
I'm
saying
still
as a
saying
man
Gosling.
walking out. What?
Still saying Gosling.
That see, that's why I was like, okay, interesting. But the reasoning wasn't, oh, I like the way he looks, the facial structure, the hair, the clothes he wears. Da, da, da. You were talking about the characters. I don't care about that. We were just talking about the attractiveness of the man, which is why I find it interesting. Gosling is playing the fall guy, which is why we're here. That's Michael. I'm Leroy. This is the We Tribe channel presented by Nerdy by Nature. Anyway,
Mm-hmm.
Fall Guy. What did you think when you heard that this was being made? Because you texted me. I heard from you for a while. I thought you were dead, and then
Wait
I
a
get a
minute. Wait
text
a
out of
minute.
the
Wait a minute. Wait
blue.
a minute. Wait a minute. You thought I was dead, and you were cool with it. That's the second part of that statement that you didn't hear from a while, but you didn't reach out either. So you were cool with me being dead.
Not
You've
true.
been to
Not
my
true.
house
I did
several
reach out.
times. You've met my family,
Not true. Not
and you were
true. Not
like,
true. I was texting. I was texting you and Avery, and then you. And the last time I texted, you said, "Hold on, I want because I want to make sure I get this straight."
mm-hmm.
When I texted, you said, "I said more importantly, why is blank shooting big booty blank under bridges and posting it?" And you said, "I haven't seen the post, but it sounds like he's doing the Lord's work."
Yeah.
And then I sent the picture, and then that person sent a laughing emoji. And I heard from you after that, and I was like, "Oh,
Well, that was
I
that
wonder if
was
he's still
Monday.
alive."
So you thought I died in the past 2 days?
Hey, a lot has happened in my life, sir.
Man. Okay. Fair enough. Y'all, it gets rough out here in Columbia. It's real out here in
Hey,
Columbia, South
man, these
Carolina.
streets is hard.
They streets is hard.
Anyway,
So I have an interesting history with the Fall Guy in that I knew it
really?
existed. I had never seen an episode of the Fall Guy until
Oh,
until maybe 3 weeks ago. And
what?
yes, until 3 weeks ago. I didn't know about it, and I don't say what you want about AI, but man, them algorithms they will tell you what you want to watch because they will be right.
Really?
Yeah, because for some reason, me and my
So,
lady started watching a bunch of older stuff. Man, we about to go on a
uh,
tangent, y'all.
Walker
This is
Files.
no,
Hold on.
this is a YouTube channel where we
Simon and
go on
Simon.
tangents. We about to go on a tangent. No, shut up. I'll tell you.
Simon and Simon.
No, shut up. I'll
I'm
tell you.
trying. I'm trying to guess before you
Oh,
tell me.
okay. Well, then keep guessing then. All right.
Oh, okay. Oh, so I say Rock Profile, Simon and Simon,
So,
Dukes of Hazzard.
so no, but you shouldn't. The way you're guessing, you shouldn't base it on the fact that I got the Fall Guy to pop up because they're not
Oh,
necessarily
okay, okay, okay.
connected.
Okay, not connected, not connected. Proper John.
No,
Okay, Beverly Hillbillies.
no. I don't think you're gonna get it based on
Fuck it, go, go, go. What you got?
Remington Steele.
Really?
Yeah.
Pierce Brosnan?
Yes.
Okay, okay. I
Because
respect that. I respect that.
because I was telling my lady I used to watch it all the time with my mom, and I thought that was we just watched it all the time. I thought it was a fun show or whatever, and for some reason it
It
popped up.
was.
It
It
was
was.
and I watched it again recently. It's still fun. It popped up on her Amazon feed of like, here shows you should watch or whatever. So we started watching a few episodes. It's like, oh, this was great. Went to sleep, woke up the next day, and then something else popped up because Moonlighting is now on Hulu, which is awesome.
It is.
Started watching that. That was another show
Side
she
note,
didn't
side
watch. Yeah,
side note, my wife knows none of these shows.
she
Like
should be
we
watching them.
would we went down the rabbit hole and I'm like, if I mentioned Scarecrow and Mrs. King
Oh yeah.
and she's like, "What is that?" I'll leave her. I will. I'm just gonna take the kids and we're just gonna go stay
What was the
in a
show? Heart to
hotel.
Heart, Heart and Heart, Heart to Heart.
Boom,
Yeah.
sir. You
Um,
speaking my language right now.
yeah. So we were watching Moonlighting again. That was a show she didn't watch, but I loved it. And then
Bruce Willis.
yeah, and Sybil Shepherd, great. Um, and a thumbnail popped up for The Fall Guy, and I said, "Oh, I'd always wanted to watch this show." And this is where it flipped, and she was like, "Oh, she used to love the show. She was singing the theme song and everything." And so,
That's that's what I'm
we put
back
on
in.
it. We put on the episode. I was
Y'all have
like,
no idea. Kids watching this, y'all have no idea how theme songs used to be the shit.
"Yeah, yeah." We started
Oh,
watching. I was like, "Oh, this is great." Because again, I had never seen what was the other big Lee Major show? Bionic Man, $6 Million Man.
the Binding Man.
Never saw it. Never
The
seen it.
Binding Man. $6 million. He was the Binding Man, $6 million man. Then we had the Binding Woman.
Yeah,
Oh yeah.
never seen it.
Oh,
I may try to. Is that on
really?
Amazon? I might try to watch that too. But anyway, we started watching. I was like, this is a fun show. It was a throwback to was it probably what early '80s something like that. Um,
Uh,
and the whole premise of this guy being a stuntman and he being the unknown stuntman. It's a fun show.
yep. I used to love I used to watch all of that shit.
Hmm.
And what really got me was, excuse me, I drink a lot of soda. I'm drinking soda now.
Yeah,
Uh,
we've seen it.
and I shouldn't, but goddamn, I love Dr. Pepper. Uh, anyway, Dr. Pepper. One, like, comment, and subscribe. Dr. Pepper sponsor our videos.
Great.
Uh, while you're in the college football season. Anyway, they got plenty. Like the song says, we got plenty money. Dr. Pepper got plenty of money.
Sure.
Uh, I used to watch The Fall Guy, and I'm trying to remember the theme song, but every time try to in my mind, I try to recall the theme song. All I get is the Beverly Hillbillies,
Interesting.
and I loved The Fall Guy, and I loved um, Lee Majors, and it was like The Fall Guy. You talk about tangents, and I apologize for the people watching this because we have not gotten to the trailer, but fuck it. The Fall Guy is one of the reasons why I loved film and television so much because even though I know it was a TV show and it was staged, whatever, The Fall Guy was the first TV show that showed me,
Behind the scenes.
presented the behind. Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
Yep.
And I was like, as a kid, as you're watching it, you're like, one, at the time, I'm years old. So
Okay.
as a kid,
Yeah.
if you've been watching, you know what the number is. Anyway, as a kid, you know who Lee Majors is because you grew up and you hear about him. You know that's the Bionic Man, $6 million man. And then you see him in this other show, and you're like, oh, and you're like caught up, and it's just like, oh man. And it was like, I remember the block that the Fall Guy showed up. It was Simon and Simon, the Fall Guy, and the Rockford Files. And I was like, son, that's 3 hours with my grandparents. Amazing.
Hmm.
Never going to get back. Loved it. Anyway, get to this trailer.
Let's get to this trailer. Let's see what Ryan Gosling's doing.
The second most attractive Gosling,
No,
Ryan,
second most attractive Ryan for you. Yeah. Okay. Here we go.
for me, yeah.
In three, two, one, action.
Oh,
So good.
Oh, good.
what? Boo, boo.
Anyone but
Who to
him.
what?
I
To the
didn't
song?
approve him. You know that.
Yes.
You are literally the last person on earth I want to see slap the shit out of you. I really could.
And I'm open to that in a safer environment.
You've been a ghost.
Okay, I did like
No
that part.
phone call, no text.
It's not like I didn't want to apologize.
You don't have to explain anything. It was just a flame. So how have you been?
Ooh.
God, I hate that thumbs up stunt guy stuff. I'm the director.
We're gonna set this man on fire.
You're a stunt guy. We need to keep it super profesh.
Profession is my middle name.
You said your middle name was Danger.
How'd we do, boss? Really?
Yeah,
Close to that.
it's holstered. It's done. Forget. You never saw it.
I love them.
Tom
Emily
Ryder,
Blunt's outfit.
the biggest action star on the planet, is missing. You need to bring him back.
Quicksilver.
Jodie's movie
who?
is dead.
Why me?
Quicksilver.
You're a stuntman.
Yes, yes, yes.
Nobody's gonna notice you. That's your job. No offense.
I mean, some taken.
You find Ryder, save Jodie's film. You get the love of your life back.
I'm not the hero. I'm just the double. Not today, you're not. Tom, we only need you back on set, pal.
Dead body on ice.
He was so dead, Gail. He was super dead.
He's got himself involved with some shady people.
I had no choice. I had to do some Jason Bourne shit. They were trying to kill me. And not in a fun way. You can make it, you can make it. You can't make it. It's too dangerous. Gotta be stairs. Okay.
What happened to your face? You look terrible.
You look amazing.
You fall down, you get right back up. How far would you go for the one that you love?
I'll buy you a drink when this is over. Engage your core. Let's do it later. Wanna go to a beach somewhere?
Drink a spicy margarita!
Make some bad decisions.
Yes!
I'm in theaters.
Did that
February
do it for
29th.
you?
That did everything for it. Hold on. Is next year a leap year?
I think. Well, I don't know. There's
I said
29
February 29th.
days in February.
Because look, the day before March 1st, I'm in theaters.
Okay.
I'm there. Because even though Gosling is the second most attractive Ryan, he pulled that off. Now, granted, I do believe Reynolds would have killed it in this role. I'm in for this film. I'm in. I am so in.
I am not I'm slightly conflicted because the
Really?
trailer looks awesome, but
Plot twist.
there's something about the show. And again, I'm only a recently new convert watching it for 3 weeks or whatever, right? But there's something about that show that has kind of an old school folksy charm that I kind of wish was replicated in this movie, but I guess you really can't because it's 2023 now, and that was in the 80s. There was something
Wait.
simpler about that show.
Now, hold on. I'm gonna pull an audible.
Okay, sure.
Well, you right now. You are in charge of this stream. Can you pull up the old trailer for the Fall Guy, or the
Oh
open?
God. I mean,
Yep,
well, hey
yep,
folks,
yep.
we are a trash can on fire sometimes to steal from Kind of Funny. Let's see what happens. You keep talking. I'll work on that, I guess.
I'm gonna say, not kind of funny. Ryan Gosling was caught on fire in the trailer.
That's true too.
That's us. That is us, literally right now.
Let's
Um,
see what happens
I'm
if I
not
do
saying
this.
we're as attractive.
The
I
Fall
mean, if
Guy.
you did a scale 1 to 3, Reynolds,
Okay, this
Gosling,
says
and
the
then
Fall
us.
Guy classic TV theme. The Fall Guy. I can maybe this is just the
Play,
theme.
play, play, play.
To kiss and
Yep,
tell.
this is it.
There you go.
Okay,
There you
let's
go.
let's
They
do this.
just play, just play. Let's just see. Let's just see. So let's see.
Well, I'm not the kind to kiss and tell, but I've been seen with fire up. I've never been with anything less than a 9. So fine.
Hey.
I've been on fire
wait.
with Sally Field, gone
I wasn't
past with a
hating.
girl named Bo, but somehow they just don't end up as mine. It's a death-defying life I lead.
Remake. There we
Take
go.
my chances. I die for living in the movies and TV. But the hardest thing I ever do is watch my leading ladies kiss some other guy while I'm bandaging my knee. I might fall from a tall building. I might roll a brand new car. 'Cause I'm the unknown stuntman. Played Redford, such a star.
Okay, so
Okay.
that's the folksy charm
Now
you're
I just
talking
want to
about,
watch
and
the
I
show.
understand. So I was slightly against what you were saying, but now watching that, I get what you're saying.
Like I think this movie's gonna be
But
awesome and slick, but I kind of want it to be a little more folksy, like the show.
but here's the thing.
Uh huh.
I think the charm of the Fall Guy is Lee Majors in these situations in the show that he gets himself into,
Mm-hmm.
and with his team has to get himself out
I
of.
I just
And
saw
I
one
think,
episode where the man who is a stuntman, sometimes bounty hunter, takes on an international terrorist. Why? Because
and that's the charm
because
of the Fall Guy.
yeah.
So here's the cast. We saw Emily Blunt. We
Mm-hmm.
know it's Ryan Gosling. Aaron Taylor Johnson,
Mm-hmm.
aka from Tenet, Quicksilver, Kick Ass.
Godzilla.
No, Craven.
I mean, sure, but I'm just saying also Godzilla.
Yeah, I don't care about that.
But you
Stephanie
wait a minute.
Sue.
You picked Craven over Godzilla?
Yeah, because it's Godzilla.
Okay.
Like,
All right, go ahead.
like, don't get me wrong. I like him. It's Godzilla. Negro, I'm not watching this film for you. I'm watching it for the Godzilla.
For the Godzilla. Okay.
And and I love Gareth Edwards.
Mm-hmm.
It needed more Godzilla. Godzilla was in that film 11 minutes. I've timed it. Anyway, you got me distracted. Uh,
You're on Stephanie.
Stephanie Sue, Winston Duke,
We saw
Adam
him.
Dunn. So I'm down for this.
I'm wondering how they modernize this from the show. So for folks who don't know, the original show was he was a stuntman, and the
He
premise.
is a stuntman.
Sure, okay, fine. Let's go back in time. He is a stuntman, and the premise is he doesn't make a lot of money from doing the stunts, so he has to find a way to supplement his income. So what he would do
Yep.
is he would be a bail bondsman for what's her name, Joe, Jack, because she had like a male sounding name. I think it was like Big Jack or something. She would give him bounties to go hunt when he wasn't shooting movies, and that was kind of the premise of the show.
Yep.
I'm wondering.
And his team would help him while he would have to like double as the bounty hunter and then get back to set. But then the set in the movies or the shows would overlap with his bounty.
Yeah.
Continue.
Yeah. I'm wondering because one thing that I did like about the movie, we did see some behind the scenes stuff, which was cool. That
Yes.
reminded me of the
Oh,
show.
I'm gonna tell you right now that HR, if we had a HR, that got me. All I could think of was like, "Oh, you're horny, baby," because like we saw the dolly, the camera. And he
Hmm.
was like, I was all for that. I like that for me. That's what I wanted to see.
In the trailer, Ryan Gosling was talking to a woman where she was like, "You're a stuntman. You're expendable. That's why you can do this." I'm wondering if she's going to be the role of the Jack character because I wonder if he does bounties on the side or is he just trying to find this actor just because I'm wondering like is it the same type of situation or are they going to change it slightly
Uh,
now? I don't know.
my only issue, I have two issues.
Hmm.
So it's David Leitch, who, if you don't know the name, oh, excuse me, is the director behind Bullet Train, Atomic Blonde, first John Wick,
Hmm.
excuse me, and Fast and Furious, Hobbs and Shaw.
Hmm.
Uh, now we saw that, and I'm cool with that. I say that to say we've been talking about Lee Majors in the original Fall Guy. Did you see Lee Majors?
No, but he is in the movie.
And what I'm saying is, I understand that. I need Lee Majors, and this is the thing that I have with all of this, and it's not just unique to this film, my issue. The people who are, you take this property, I feel like Lee Majors should have more of a prominent role in this film, and that's just me. I felt the same
That
way.
man is 80 years old.
I and
What you want him to do? You want him to run around like are you frozen? Oh, I feel like he's frozen. He froze up, y'all. That sucks. Leroy's internet went out. Folks, maybe Leroy will come back here in a second. We'll see what happens. I don't know. Um, but I'm wondering if he wants him to come back to be like, hey, I'm thinking of Sam Jackson, 70-year-old Sam Jackson running around, barely moving in Secret Invasion. It's cool, but he ain't really doing action stuff, so I don't know what that means to see him come around and do whatever he's going to do. I don't know. Um, Let me check with this boy right now. Computer did an update. Back in 1 minute. All right. I guess this will be my time to shine and talk about whatever. I am curious how much of a presence Lee Major's going to have in the movie. I'm wondering if maybe he could be the bounty person and setting up stuff for him, or maybe he is a cameo at the end of the movie. I don't know. I kind of get where Leroy's going in the fact that he helped create this show and he was the main character, so he should get time to come back and do whatever. But I don't know that an American audience, any audience, is gonna want to watch an 80-year-old man running around doing stunts. That just seems crazy. I think you want to see Ryan Gosling do some stunts, or his stunt double do some stunts. I think you want to see. Oh, that's fun. Um, Leave activity. We'll have him pop in. Oh, there he is. He's coming back. Um, we'll see if I don't know what I was going to say. What was I going to say? I'm losing it at 2 in the morning or so. There he is. He's back.
I'm back, baby. Anyway, uh,
The computer knew you were about to say something foolish about Lee Majors. That's why I cut you off. Go ahead now.
I was about to say I was about to support Lee Majors, and I was about to bring up Warner Brothers because I was about to flame the fudge out of them. This is the problem I had with Wonder Woman. Why was Linda Carter a big part in 1984?
What did you
And
want
Lee
her to be?
Majors, I wanted her to be at least more of a character. In the first one, considering the only reason why this character is on screen is because of Linda Carter. Hence, Lee Majors was the original Fall Guy. If you're going to do a Fall Guy movie, Lee Majors should be prominently featured. And I feel like a lot of times we're going back and we're pulling from these old school movies, TV shows, and we're not honoring the people who did the legwork, Lee Majors. And I feel like in this trailer, it was it was amazing.
Hmm.
But you said the original Fall Guy had a folksy feel to it. And as much as I love this trailer, you're right. It didn't have any connection other than the fact that this man is a stuntman
Hmm.
to the original show.
We also saw the
And
truck.
that's what I want to see. Did we?
I mean, we saw a truck that looked similar to the one Lee Majors
We
drove.
we saw a truck.
Yeah.
We didn't see like a truck that, and that's my biggest gripe. That is my biggest gripe. So, am I going to see this? Yes. Am
You're
I
going
in
to see it in
favor?
protest with a
No,
fist
no, no.
slightly
Like I'm
raised.
going to see it
Okay.
because now I will say this: if Lee Majors wasn't in it, you wouldn't have got money from me.
Okay.
I'm not even gonna lie to you. If Lee Majors wasn't in it, you wouldn't have got my dollars because this is one of those shows where I loved that if he wasn't in it, I wouldn't have seen this in theaters. I'd have waited for it to come to streaming or
So,
Redbox or
question:
whatever. Go.
when Denzel Washington did the Equalizer movies, that actor from the TV show wasn't in the movie,
He was not.
but you were cool with
And
that.
I was not. I was very conflicted because, but here's the thing. I knew the TV show, but it wasn't like Fall Guy is for me.
Okay.
It wasn't one of those. But but The Equalizer was one of those shows where I was like, oh, how are you not? Oh, excuse me. How were you not incorporating? But again, I get why they didn't do that.
Also, this was only the first trailer, so this was essentially a teaser. We could get
I
a
understand.
beefier trailer where we see Lee Majors. Who knows?
But again, I am, how do I say this? I understand certain things, and I enjoyed The Equalizer because I used to watch that with my mom. So it's one of those things where I'm like, I get it, but the fact that it was Denzel, I was like, okay, I'm willing to overlook this because you went in a different direction.
Hmm.
But I still like the original Equalizer show. I loved, and it's also one of those things where I was like, I can watch them separately and still appreciate them. And so I may have to do this with this movie. So
All right, we've been going 30 minutes on this video with our brief little intermission, so we'll wrap it up here. March 1st, go
I
see the
blame
movie.
the equipment.
Blame the equipment.
I blame.
Also, if you have access to Amazon Prime, watch The Fall Guy. It's a fun show. That's all I can say. Watch The
The
Fall
theme
Guy.
song. The theme song alone makes you just. I fall from a tall building up. Oh
Yeah. Also, it's got two intros. It's got the theme song and then
yeah.
it's got a setup where he tells you what he does in every episode,
Yep.
which is like
Yep.
this is kind of two intros, but it's fine.
But here's the thing. Is the Fall Guy the reason why we have the whole? Remember when? I bet you wonder how we got here.
Oh,
Fall Guy.
maybe.
Boom.
I don't know.
Boom. The voiceover where you're like, that's the Fall Guy because he always starts. The show starts off and then he has this voiceover and you're like, Oh, okay. And then you're like backtracking, trying to figure out how he got here. That's the Fall Guy.
Yeah, chat. Let us know
Boom.
if a show did it before that. That'd be interesting. But that'll be it for this one, y'all. Y'all know where to find us: YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, Threads,
X.
X, formerly known as Twitter. I'm gonna call it Twitter. Whatever. You want me to start calling it X? Elon, come out with that checkbook. Um, we trying, y'all. Nerdy by nature, all those things.
We won't take the first offer though, Elon.
I mean, if it's high enough, I might take the first offer. I'm just saying. Let me know what it is. Just saying. Until next time, folks. We out. Peace.
Peace.